Mark, we've just seen the news that Liam Scales has signed a new deal at the club. How pleased are you for him?
I'm delighted for him, and delighted for the football club as well too. He certainly proved himself this season. I don't know what he was like before I came in, but my 2 spells here, he's been absolutely outstanding. So I'm delighted that he's committed to the club.
How important has he been for you, both on and off the pitch?
Well, both really. He's obviously a terrific lad, but he's deserved the contract in front of him. I think that he be a Celtic player for the not too distant future. Certainly, who knows what might happen in the next few years. But he's deserved the contract. He's done brilliantly.
Obviously, James got his new contract earlier on this week as well. How big a part have you played in helping try and get players?
Well, I think in terms of Liam Scales, I think Liam, I would have been encouraging rather than urging, but it would be encouraging the board to extend his contract to get him sorted out. I think James, in that sense, speaks for himself. Really, what he has done, he's been terrific here. Been a really great player. Doesn't matter who's going to be the manager. He's worked under quite a number, and I'm sure he will impress whoever's coming in at the end of it all. So that is one. I think it was what's that phrase? A no-brainer. Really, he's had a big impact here. Excuse me, in games. He's even threatening to start in matches as well too. But I couldn't be more pleased. And I've just mentioned out there, if there was such a thing as sentimentality playing a part in proceedings, which it shouldn't really do if you're talking about professional contracts, then he's deserved that as well. And I think he just wanted to finish his career at the football club, and he's definitely deserved it.
How important do you feel it is for you to play a big part in that future proofing for the club beyond the summer?
Well, I don't think I think those things were pretty obvious. So it's not as if to say I genuinely think whoever was going to come in would enjoy working with those players. So I don't think that was. It's not as if to say we bet like the January transfer window where you're thinking, well, wonder will somebody like him or whatever the case may be. I think these are just straightforward things that anybody would have done.
How involved are you, Martin, with new players who might come into the club in the summer?
Right, at this minute, I think, well, obviously we've got a scouting system at this moment. We're going to try and be proactive in that sense. But that would be that, and we haven't, there's a lot of looking taking place at this minute. Well, that would be the same for any club. But from my viewpoint, I haven't really involved myself. I look at the players, I have an opinion, but that's what I have as an opinion, and my opinion might differ from whoever else might come in.
Final 5 games of the season, of course, post-split. How do you feel your squad's shaping up for this?
Well, we've Alistair Johnson is coming back. He's I'm hoping that he will make the squad tomorrow, and so that's good news for us. Yeah, we've got we're getting stronger in that sense. Of course, we've missed the big players throughout the course of the year, but nothing can be done about that. But we're looking forward to it. Let's give it a go.
Yes. Look, staying on.
I think he's done really well again for us. I think that like anything else, he would like to start more games if he could, but he's been excellent. And the first spell that I had, he went and he played wide right hand side at times where Yang was playing on the left, and that was a position that he was certainly not accustomed to, but he dug in and played it well. He's essentially a midfield player at the end of it all, and I think playing out there, I think give him a new look to the game as well too. But very pleased with him. Again, he's a really nice lad. He came on, and funnily enough, the goal that he scores, which was quickly after Iniacho's goal, I just felt that he would put it in the net.
With those 3, it now becomes a partner of the people who you know are going to be in the club beyond next season. Can fans look into that and read that things really are beginning to motor behind the scenes as to already planning for what's coming?
I think that it's getting back to what happened last season. I think we're going to be the football club is going to be really proactive if we can be, and there's a shortened period before the sea. It always has been up here, but it's a shortened period. So we'll see. The games are the most important thing at this minute, but yet the time element is kind of short then after the season finishes until you come back pre-season. Now, interestingly, something I hadn't realised. When I say I hadn't realised, I knew that we have players on loan, but we are going to have a lot of players coming back here, so it's going to be an oversized squad at the time, and that's something that you would really have to look into, you know.
Well, I suppose the cynical view, the opposite view would be, why would you not let the new manager have a look at these players and sign them up beforehand?
Well, you could. That is a very good. Did you use the word cynical view? No.
Not my own view, but
Some
may say.
It would never be your.
Never.
Be.
But you get the optics of that.
I think that's a very good point you make. Absolutely. So there's no point in me arguing in January or whatever the case may be and saying differently. I just think that that the new manager coming in, I think he would accept that he would definitely want these players. 2, are they fit enough to do the job? Yes. 3, are they good enough to do the job? Absolutely. And I wouldn't, if for instance, if you wanted to sort, let's say Liam Scales, who's 27, 28 years of age, you know, and his contract's running down at this minute. Well, I think you'd want to do something about it now. And I think the club would, I think we'd all see that Liam Scales can do it. So I don't think that that my presence either here or there is going to make a big difference. That's how I see it. I just think that he is good enough to play for the football club, good enough to improve as well too as time goes on, and that's probably how I'd see it. And more importantly, I think that's how the club see it.
Based on his impact in extra time at the weekend, Kelechi Iheanacho, I know you spoke about, you know, where he maybe thinks his fitness is and where you think his fitness is.
Yeah,
I think there probably will be a bit of a clamour from supporters to see him play more. What type of role do you see him playing between now and the end of the season?
Iheanacho?
Yeah.
Or actually very important. It's got more important as the weeks have gone on. He came on at Dundee, scored the goal, probably at that stage of the proceedings, probably the only one that would have got us the goal at the time. He's followed that up there by scoring some goals, took them brilliantly. And yes, I think he would like to start in the game. Dyson started this press from centre forward position, got us a goal early on. And yeah, there's definitely a case for thinking about Iheanacho starting in matches. I think he would love to do it. Not having completed a 90 minutes for quite some considerable time was a thought, but he also started as well up at Dundee United, and I don't think it was his fault. He had a great chance. The goalkeeper made a really good save, but after half an hour in the game, but I'm not saying it didn't work for the team as such, and but overall he has made a big impact in the last couple of weeks, and looks as if he's staying fit, which is the most important thing for us.
Is there a balance to strike in terms of not giving him too much football and putting him at risk of picking up another injury?
No. You know what? You could pick up an injury here in training and things like this here, and I don't think so. It's not the way I looked at it 20 odd years ago, you know. So I know things have changed, and I have to adjust my head to the newfangled way of looking and dealing with players, you know. So and that's that gets harder every minute, you know. But I've accepted it. And but in a serious mode, yeah, he's done really well. He's looking very, very strong, and I think with the confidence now, and I think with us showing a serious trust in him now, I think he really wants to do it, and that's the lovely thing about it. You can see that he's been a player, you know, that his control is really good, things like this here. But no, honestly, I've been really pleased with him, and he is, and if he could easily start. He could easily start in the games. And just that Dyson, I thought, that started proceedings off with us, not necessarily just with the scoring the goal, but the pressing and what he did at the time.
Callum McGregor was speaking yesterday about his own future, urging the club to.
Has he signed a new deal?
I'm
Has that pinged up as well too?
scared to let this presser go another 5 minutes in case he has. But he was mentioning about
before you go into talk.
he was mentioning about pushing on. I know you mentioned previously before about this period maybe being a wake-up call and needing ambition in the summer. Do you echo Callum's comments? Because obviously you'd want to keep him there as long as possible. He wouldn't want to go.
I think that Callum has he's extra time to go anyway, has he?
Yeah, he's not. No, yeah.
Right. Okay. So tell me what he said, because I don't know.
As long as the club are ambitious and push on, he'll be there with them.
Right. What by that you mean?
Well, if the
I'm
club
going
aren't
to
ambitious,
test you now.
Go for it.
So are you saying that if the club don't show the ambition, that he would want to leave? Is that what he said?
Potentially.
Did he?
Perfect.
Did he say that? What?
Well, no, but you get the point. He wants the club to show ambition.
Does he?
Yeah.
He's a player.
Mm-hmm. Captain.
Very important player. But a player nevertheless. All right, okay. I don't remember telling Brian Clough that we should have to show ambition. He said, I would do something, I'd just leave you out. Which he did do, occasionally. And so. Do you know who Brian Clough is? You're too young. All right. He was a very good manager way back some years ago. But, yeah. So, I don't know whether it's a twisting of words, but I think that, first of all, Callum has been, I've said this umpteen times, he's been fantastic here, been fantastic as a captain in the side, great in the dressing room, and more importantly, on the pitch, and has done really well. So I don't know whether there was an entanglement of words. I genuinely don't know this here, but I think that I've mentioned before, I think we want to try and be proactive. The club has got to, whatever happens, it's a very, very short pre-season. You're almost back into it again, regardless of where you finish. If you don't finish in the top two, I think you're back weeks, and you've got about 10-day break or something. I guess players away. But when everybody settles down, you'd want Celtic to be really properly competitive, because you don't see Hearts going away, don't see Rangers getting stronger, and so Celtic have got to be ready for those challenges, and if that's the clarion call, well, so be it.
Team news ahead of tomorrow. So
I've nearly told you the whole teams.
Alistair Johnson and Callum Osmond, they're back in the fold.
Who?
Callum and Alistair, they back in?
Yeah. Callum, well, Alistair, I haven't been a long time out. He's not played under me at all at any time. But Callum's feeling much better again. And with the week that he's put in, some days that he hasn't done anything, but he's come through and he's doing fine.
I'll just ask you finally about Falkirk. Would you expect that they'll want to come out and bounce back as quickly as possible from their disappointment last weekend?
Yeah, very much so. I feel that. I think that they will be really disappointed not getting to the cup final, and there'll be a focus. And the games that we've played have been really tough. Not just the game that we played down at Falkirk, but the matches here have been tough. That's exactly what I expect.